Hi Express 4, how are you? Hope you are okay. This is our second week of extra activities at home. Let's start. On page number 1 we have a question, and the question is, what is the relationship between Becky and Joanne? Are they friends? Are they cousins? Are they mother and daughter? So read the text, the email on page number 2 and find it out, okay? On page number 3, you have some sentences and you have to complete these sentences with one of the words there according to the email. So if it's necessary, read the email again and complete the 6 sentences. But please read the sentences before you read the email again, so you know exactly what you're looking for in the text. Then you have writing. Let's go to next page, on page number 4, and then we return, okay? Because you need something before doing the writing. Listen to this sentence. I've been to Canada. I've been to Canada. And the other sentence is, I've lived in Juiz de Fora for 13 years. I've lived in Juiz de Fora for 13 years. This is a verb tense in English. We call present perfect. So, I've been to Canada and I've lived in Juiz de Fora for 13 years. I've been to Canada. I have subject, the auxiliary, which is have in this case, and then I have the verb in the past participle. The verb is not in infinitive, the verb is not in the past simple, the verb is in the past participle. So for she, he, and it, I use has. She has been to Canada. He has been to Canada. It has been to Canada. But for I, you, they, we, and you as plural, I use have. And I can contract. For example, I've been to Canada. She's been to Canada. No problem. But Luciane, when do I use this? In what situation? Listen, I've been to Canada. When? I don't know, it's not important. So, when the time is not important, I use the present perfect. I've been to Canada. When? 3 years ago, 4 years ago? I don't know, this is not important now. So the important thing is, I've been there. I've been to Canada. When? Not important. So, first use, the time is not important. Second use, remember the sentence, I've lived in Juiz de Fora for 13 years. Where do I live? I live in Juiz de Fora. So, when I talk about something that started in the past, but it is still true in the present, I also use the present perfect. I've lived in Juiz de Fora. Where do I live? I live in Juiz de Fora. So, but Luciane, you are from Guarani. Yes, so I lived in Guarani. I lived in Guarani. Where do I live now? Now I live in Juiz de Fora. And this is the difference. So, 2 situations, okay? When is not important and when something is started in the past and it is still true in the present. These are the uses. In your material, you have a very good material to help you with the form, like subject, have or has, and have or has, and then the verb in the past participle. And then you have on page number 6 the verbs in infinitive, which is present, in past simple and past participle. Teacher, do I have to memorize this now? No. How do you learn this? Practicing, doing the exercises. You don't have to memorize everything now. You just have to take a look, see that there are some differences. Some are different, some are not different. And by doing the activities, you are going to memorize, and that's it, all right? Please take a look at the negative form, at the question. Let's do this with this example I used. I've been to Canada. What's the negative? I haven't been to Canada. What's the question? Have I been to Canada? And that's it. But please study the material, have a very good material, and then you return to page number 3, which is writing. So writing, you have to write 6 sentences about you with the ideas you have there. So look at the example. Work in a restaurant. I've worked in a restaurant. My activity, my example would be I haven't worked in a restaurant. So look at this. I've worked in a restaurant. I have I, which is the subject, v, which is the contraction for have, and I have worked, which is the past participle. In this case, it's the same as the past simple, but it is the past participle. It's not the past simple. Put this in your mind, okay? And be careful when I use she, he, and it, because the contraction is similar to is. So she's worked in a restaurant, but this S is the contraction for has, not for is. Good? So please write your examples about things you've done and things you haven't done, okay? Then let's go to activities on page number 7. First activity, you just have to rewrite the sentences using the contractions. Look at the example. I have not read The Pillars of the Earth. I haven't read. Again, read is also the same in the past simple and in the past participle, but this is the past participle, okay? And then you have some activities to do. And then you have to write the sentences with the present perfect. Look at the example. She read, and the name. So she's read Jane Eyre, and that's it. We not see this program. We haven't seen this program. You see, the past participle of see is different from the past simple. So the infinitive is see, the past simple is saw, and the past participle is seen. So be careful. Use your material to help you, okay? On page number 8, you have to complete the dialogue. Be careful because sometimes you have questions, sometimes you have negative, and sometimes you have affirmative sentences. And then you have to complete with the past simple and the past participle. It's a very good time for you to remember some past simple verbs and to learn the past participle. My idea for you, if you want, write some examples using the past participle in the present perfect. So, I've been to Privilégio. That's it. I've been to English classes. And that's it. Do it, okay? And please, if you don't remember all the past participles and all the verbs in the past, no problem, okay? No problem. Don't have to memorize everything at the same time. And then again, you have to use the past participles to complete page number 9, letter B. And finally, you have listening and speaking on page number 10. The first activity, you have to listen, track 12.6, and you have to answer 2 questions. Where are they and what do they talk about? Just this. So listen and pay attention to these pieces of information. Then you have to listen one more time and say if the sentences are true or false. Please, when they are false, correct them, okay? Write the true ones. And finally, listening 5.46, right? You have to listen and repeat the dialogue. Please copy the intonation, copy the rhythm. So if they say, have you seen The Hobbit? So, have you seen The Hobbit? Try to do the same. This is very important, all right? And repeat as many times as you want. So, if you have any problems doing these activities, I will be here with my mobile phone, and you can tell Iris, and Iris is going to send you your number. It's going to send me your number so I can call you and we can talk about it. I'm going to be here on Saturday from 10 to 11 and Mondays and Thursdays, from 3 to 6. Have fun and see you next week. Bye bye. Take care.